The way most people learn skills is wrong. They get stuck in an endless loop of tutorials, outdated advice, and give up just before a breakthrough. But by understanding how your brain actually learns and using scientifically proven methods, you don't have to struggle like most people. You can master any skill at lightning speed. Forget being slow. Forget being average. In this video, we'll explain the best methods you need to learn anything as quickly as possible. Let's get started. If you've ever tried to learn something new, you've probably tried the classic method: sitting down, watching, and hoping it works. You've watched tutorials, read books, and listened to podcasts. You might think, yes, I totally get this. But then, when it's time to actually do it, you freeze. Your mind goes blank. You realize you still don't know what to do. Why? Because passive learning feels productive, but it's an illusion. Think about the last time you learned something difficult. Did it happen while re-watching the same tutorial for the 10th time? Probably not. It happened when you were forced to figure things out yourself. This is because of a concept called desirable difficulty. When learning feels too easy, your brain doesn't truly process it. Growth happens when learning feels difficult, when you're forced to think, struggle, and make mistakes. It's uncomfortable, intense, but 10 times faster than passive learning. One powerful yet surprisingly simple fact is that you learn faster by testing yourself rather than reviewing information. This is called active recall. When you force your brain to retrieve information instead of just reviewing it, it works 10 times harder, locking that knowledge in like a mental filing system. Research proves this. Studies show that students who tested themselves performed significantly better than those who just reviewed their notes. Self-testing triggers a memory recall process that tells your brain, this information is important. So how do you apply this? Stop rereading notes or rewatching lessons. Instead, constantly test yourself. If you're learning guitar, don't just look at a chord chart. Turn away and try playing it from memory. If you're studying for an exam, don't just reread the textbook. Try recalling what you just learned. Because if you're not being tested, you're not truly learning. Most people think learning is about gathering information. But information is useless unless it's applied in the real world. The goal isn't to know everything before you start. The goal is to start immediately. Apply what you learn and fill in the gaps as you go. You don't need to memorize every chess strategy before playing a game. You learn one strategy, try it, fail, then adjust. This accelerates learning because it prevents you from wasting time on unnecessary theory that you'll forget anyway. If you've ever found yourself working on a new skill and feeling stuck, unsure why you're not improving despite consistent effort, it's likely because you're missing feedback loops. Feedback loops are the steering wheel of learning. Without them, no matter how consistent you are, you could be heading in the wrong direction. A feedback loop consists of action, result, analysis, and adjustment. If you've ever played a video game, you've seen this in action. You press a button, action. Your character jumps. Result. You decide it was too slow. Analysis. And next time, you press the button earlier. Adjustment. There are two main types of feedback loops. Positive feedback loops reinforce behavior. When you succeed, you're more likely to keep doing the same thing. Think about hitting a bullseye. In archery, you feel an instant rush of satisfaction and your brain locks in. Do that again. Negative feedback loops help you correct mistakes. When you make an error, you receive a signal. This isn't right. It's not punishment. It's information. The more you embrace this, the faster you adapt. Feedback is crucial because, without it, you're flying blind. You might unknowingly reinforce bad habits. The biggest mistake people make when learning a skill is avoiding feedback because it's uncomfortable. No one wants to hear they're singing off key or that their writing is full of mistakes. But the truth is, Avoiding feedback is the #1 reason people stay bad at something.
People say, I've been doing this for years, but I'm still not good at it. The reason is usually that they've been avoiding feedback. No coach, no review, just repeating the same mistakes over and over. It's like someone practicing guitar for hours, but hitting the wrong notes every time. This is the classic misinterpretation of the 10,000-hour rule. People think more time equals more skill, but if you practice the wrong technique for 10,000 hours, all you master is doing it wrong. And here's the secret. The faster you get feedback, the faster you learn. If you get feedback only once a week, your brain has already forgotten what action led to what result. But if feedback is instant, like in video games, you adapt much faster. This is why people learn faster through interactive experiences than from textbooks. However, not all feedback is useful. Some feedback is too vague. Things like, just do better, or keep going. To learn faster, your feedback must be clear, actionable, and timely. The best feedback tells you exactly what to fix. If you miss a shot, you don't need someone to yell at you. You need to hear, your foot placement was off by 2 inches, which threw off your balance. Or, press the button half a second earlier. Now that you know feedback is crucial, how do you create it in your own learning process? Self-correction. Record yourself practicing and review it. You'll instantly notice mistakes. External feedback. Get advice from an experienced person. Coaches are human feedback machines. Deliberate practice. Focus on one small aspect at a time and refine it until it's correct. This creates mini feedback loops with every attempt. While these methods are incredibly effective, having the right tools and resources can make learning even faster and more engaging. That's where today's sponsor, Brilliant, comes in. Brilliant is the ultimate platform for mastering skills like math, programming, and data analysis. Unlike traditional methods, it offers thousands of interactive lessons designed to make learning fun and effective. Brilliant helps you learn by doing rather than passively watching, a method proven to be 6 times more effective than videos. If you're ready to level up, start your free 30-day trial at brilliant.org, and as a special offer, you'll get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Now back to the video. Have you ever wondered why some people master new skills ridiculously fast while others stay stuck for months? The secret is simple. They don't try to learn everything. Most people assume that more knowledge equals faster progress, so they watch more tutorials, read more books, and follow every guide they can find. But this creates information overload. So much information that your brain can't distinguish between what's important and what's not. This is where the 80-20 rule comes in. It states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. This principle applies to learning as well. The key is to identify the 20% of skills that will give you 80% of the results, focus intensely on them, and ignore everything else, at least for now. Surrounding yourself with experts will also accelerate your learning. Experts reveal blind spots, mistakes you don't even realize you're making. Instead of wasting years figuring things out through trial and error, you follow a proven roadmap. By leveraging these principles, you can master any skill faster than you ever thought possible.